I have a heart that will never be tamed. I knew you were something special when you spoke my name. Now I can't wait to see you again. And last time I freaked out, I just kept looking down. I just stuttered when you asked me what I'm thinking about. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video, utility as well. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love you all. I would say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that thanks button down below. Before we get started, everybody check out at Hey David Don and at King Mavs Forever over on Twitter. Send off chart and King Mavs over on the Veve app. Kobe Collection, OMI Player 1 over on the YouTube. WraithX.eth domain name. Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Puddin' Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sody Pop Media, Veve Darklink, Metal Lemon, and Veve Vibes, all on the YouTube, at Wet Wizard Veve, at Nomad with Guitar, and Gary O at 1234CA3, all on the Twitter, and Fanny Carbonell FR over on the TikTok. We said hello to Dashi, right? Yeah, okay, good. So today's video is going to be about collectors and collecting. I did or today's podcast, or live stream, I should say, I had I did a video before that y'all hated. It was just me talking about Veve marketing, taking excerpts from people on Facebook, such as Dan Schawbel, people online, like on the Twitter, and there are some excuses, or there are some reasons. I would very much like us to have a search bar, and maybe, Veve also wants to wait until we have a working search bar before we go and do some marketing. Now, I'm not saying for us to, for National Geographic to go and, make an Instagram post. They got like 236 million followers. Why National Geographic? Just because they're owned by Disney. It's a nice Disney subsidiary. I'm not asking for Disney Plus with its 100 million subscribers, to go. It's like, hey, check out the Veve app. But I think it would be okay for them to, like what Dan Schawbel said, to go to journalists and go to different people that have covered what we have before and say, hey, guess what they're doing? They're throwing down premium digital collectibles. Something to write about. And I think that'd be relatively easy. Now, again, I don't know who the person is that is in contact with Rogers and Cowan, which is the marketing thing that they have. Whoever is, I feel like is not asking enough, either because they have their hand behind the backs, or because they're just not asking enough for it. But that is not going to stop collectors. If you can see in the thumbnail, it is a Honus Wagner card that had sold for, I think, like 2.7 million. I got the screenshot here. Yeah, Golden Auctions. I'm sorry, 7.25 million. The highest price ever for a trading card. I think that's a lie. Actually, I feel like there's been other cards that go for much more, or at least are valued at much more. I think there's a Mickey Mantle card, PSA 10. None have ever been sold. There's like 3 of them in the world. One of them is owned by the owner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. And, like when you have hundreds of millions of dollars or billions of dollars, you don't need 30 million. But if clearly somebody, and again, the person that bought this Honus Wagner card, and again, I've told this story multiple times. I'll just tell it once more real quick. At that time, cigarette companies were going and, advertising on the back of baseball cards. Honus Wagner's like, nope, not my card. And they just had a very, very limited print run for them. That's why there's so few of them. I don't think everyone is like super pumped that Honus Wagner was like their favorite player. I don't think people like nowadays, like around like the baseball fields or softball fields, wherever kids are playing, I don't think they're talking about how their favorite, batter or pitcher, any player of all time was someone back in the day. I mean, you have people that are, into baseball now that have been into baseball for 40, 50 years. This guy, though, is literally from 1909. So I don't think this is like nobody. Maybe someone's grandpa or great grandpa saw them like play. If you're like like 50 years old and your grandpa was born in like the late 1800s, maybe he saw him play. Maybe he had a story. Very, very few and far between. But if you are, let's say 50, then okay, you probably you were a kid in, let's say, the 80s. And well, I mean, let's say St. Louis Cardinals. Let's say you had like, I don't know, like Ozzie Smith, and you had I don't know, like Bruce Stewart. Like there's gonna be there's several superstars over the last 50 years. Sandy Koufax, Nolan Ryan. There's Pete Rose bet on baseball. I actually met Pete Rose at a mall one day. He was signing baseball, saying sorry, I bet on baseball. I was like, oh, that's really cool. It's really great. Um, but so this is something that collectors don't really have an emotional attachment to. They're buying it just because it's rare and because it's a piece of history, which is absolutely okay. For everyone has their own reasons. It's like when Vegeta goes Super Saiyan and Krillin's like, I thought you had to be pure of heart to become one of those. And then Vegeta's like, afraid not. There's more than one way to reach the goal. God, I love him so much. Prince of all Saiyans, once again, did so good. So good when he takes on those androids. Oh my God. It's epic. Um, there is why I think eventually now again that Logan Paul paid what $5-ish million for that Pikachu illustrator. You didn't have like deca millionaires in their 20s or 100 millionaires in their 20s and 30s like 40 years ago. Obviously money is growing, and I saw and again I mentioned in my last video, you have companies. All right, no, there's Blockworks. I'll go over that in a bit. There's Whale Watcher. Man, where the fudge is this? You have companies that are, nope, not that one either. There we go, CNBC, saying nearly 75% of retailers plan to accept crypto payment within the next 3 years. You think we're not going to grow? Like you think the crypto market at large is not going to grow? And I forget where it was. I must have missed it, but it was them saying that, I think it was Citibank saying that the collectibles market will grow. I don't know how many. I don't know how many hundreds of billions or trillions of dollars they said, but it's a lot. Um, when people like us, again, late 20s, early 30s, what are we nostalgic for? I mean, take a look at some of the stuff on Veve. Adventure Time, Powerpuff Girls. I really wish they would utilize their Cartoon Network and give us like regular show, give us Ed, Ed and Eddie, give us Johnny Bravo, give us some like Cow and Chicken. Oh my God, Mama had a cow. Dad was proud. He didn't care how. I love that show. There are probably a lot of different things, mostly Pokemon, and I hope we get it. That we know, like again, look at my shirt. It's an Arcanine, and does that say Cinnabar? Yeah, so Jim. Yeah, Cinnabar Gym on it. There are most people, yeah, again, don't have that money, but if you're 29, if you're 35 years old, and you have so much, like, what are you going to do with it? Like most people don't know what to do with it. Fudge if I know. I mean, animal conservation, but I only 90% of my net worth will eventually go there. The other 10%, fair play. It's going to be awesome. And then the other thing that I had mentioned over in my thumbnail or over in my, oh God, over in the Twitter, let me go back to that real quick, was, oh yeah, utility. Utility going and giving us our snapshot, and the snapshot being Gorilla Girls. Let me show you that real quick. Da, 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 da. There you go. So it is saying the community asked and we answered. Our first sneak peek will be Gorilla Girls, first NFT by Fine Arts. Utilities will include raffle airdrop, raffle merchandise, figures to feature in utility metaverse. More utilities will be shared. I don't want to say they're backlog. Utility already has so many partnerships that I brought them someone really good, and they're like, wait, we have a lot of stuff to get through first before we add more people on. I was like, okay, all right, this is what I like to hear. They already have a bunch of things in the pipeline. Gorilla Girls happen to be first. Political activism and all that. So I'm very excited about that. One of the questions I saw on Twitter was, what would make you question your investment in Veve or OMI? A couple people said if, let's say, like the Todd father started selling everything, or if, I don't know, Cavell Anderson finally, like left the community or whatever. And then there's a bunch of people that said, if Randy sells his OMI, and he dips out, then I'll dip too. I was like, okay, well, now I can never sell. Kind of a joke. Be advised, guys. I made that video before, and it was, I think, healthy criticism towards Veve, or at least the marketing department. And I I still believe it's the best investment. I mean, at least mostly OMI. I mean, Superman right now. That first appearance, Superman on the blockchain. Do you think he's really only worth $680? I don't think so. I think he's worth quite a bit more. He got up to what, like 8K at one point. Um, the Todd's been going lower and lower too. Like everything's like, how much lower do we go? I don't know. We'll see. But Dan Chavez said it really well, saying like, as long as you have not a lot of users added, and you have doing more and more drops, and no more gems are going in because not a lot of users are added, and you have buyer's exhaustion from us, people that are down hundreds of thousands of dollars on their crypto investments like I am. Again, I would love to buy. I would love to buy everything in this market, but I shot the load early. It happens. It's like a boxer that just is really good, happens to get caught. It's like, oh, all right, get rocked. It just happens once in a while. So, but again, I haven't sold anything. I won't sell when it. I do believe this is still the best investment, at least as far as OMI, and obviously digital collectibles are very good as well. I haven't sold. I haven't cashed out. Like, I'm not one of those people like, oh, everything's going down. Let me sell at these losses. That's idiotic, I think. Again, depending on financial situation, if you lost your job and your car broke down and, your dog needs surgery, okay, yeah, dog needs surgery, most important. Um, at one point, we'll get to the inflection point where they are going to do marketing and they are going to have more, and you're going to see whales that can spend $7 million on one thing. They might not spend $7 million on any other one thing, but they might spend a couple $1 million buying all of these grails. And how many? What are there, like 50 million millionaires in the world? There's a lot. There is a lot of millionaires in the world, and some of them coming in, and again, they're attacking the Asian market. I feel really good about it. When I do eventually start to sell OMI, again, it'll only be a certain amount. It'll be very, very little. The end goal will be to have 100 million OMI still by 2030, or by the time it gets to $1. I think we get to $1 a lot quicker than 2030, but that is the goal. And then so I would only sell 40-ish million over the next 7-8 years, give or take. Anyway, I've been babbling on for a little while. Let's get to the comments real quick. Mr. Planet Profit saying first like, boom, boom, what's up? Justin says, Randy, tell me I can't go wrong by buying a Walt. You will not go wrong by buying a Walt, in my opinion. I mean, short term, could it go down? Absolutely, 100%. But I think that if you go and buy a Walt right now, you'll be very, very happy 1 year from now, like exceedingly happy 1 year from now. Somebody asked me the other day, what happens when OMI gets to 10 cents? What will the price of Walt be? Probably like $100,000, because I don't know why my hair is so. Okay, there we go. Probably close to $100,000. Why? Because you give. Let's say, what is Walt now? Like 5K? I think he dropped to. Let's do some maths on this. I have one. Which is cool. I like it. But let's say I didn't have any. Let's say that I just went all in on OMI and didn't have any collectibles, and I just I wanted to get some. Let's go to the brands. Let's go down. Sorry, to the golden moments, and we're gonna go to the Walt. And see, there's 150 for sale, and he's 49 hundo. He's 49.99. All right, he's 5,000. Okay. If let's say we do like a 60x, and we go from here to 10 cents, for OMI. And the Walt is only, let's say it only does a 4x. OMI does 60x, and Walt only does a 4x, and he's 20K. Well, last year, I think even earlier this year, he was $50,000. If you have something that's 60x's, and then you are able to find something that is still more than half off of its all-time highs, yeah, I'll get it. I mean, if it had stayed down here at 5K, which would never happen, when we get to 10 cents. But if it did, and suddenly I had like $14 million, say goodbye. Like I would be a Dr. Profit at that. Like I wouldn't. He'd still have a lot more money. He would actually have he would, yeah. but I would go Dr. Profit levels, and I would be like, all right, I'm gonna buy up, I don't know, like 50 of these, because I mean, again, like a lot of these you could probably rent out at some point. I still haven't gone over in a video on what might be done for ultra and secret rares as far as burning and MCP points and all that. Not that you would burn this one for MCP points. That wouldn't be good. But yeah. If let's do the math on this. All right. So the bottom 10, let's say I'd spend $50,000, and suddenly it goes from 5K to 5,800, and then I buy the other bottom 10 for, let's say, 65,000. So we're at 115,000, and then it goes up to 7K. So I mean, if I were to do that, let's say I spend 115,000, which technically I could right now if I really wanted to, but why sell all that OMI for that? I could actually I could take it one step further. Go spend about 75K on top of that 115, make it 180, which technically is possible I could do, and have it go from 5K to 7.9 or 8K. I don't know. I feel like, again, the one person that's doing that, that if I were to do that and spend 180,000, which obviously this isn't saying down here, but if it does, and we're only at 10, I promise you guys I'll do that. I can say that because it'll never happen, but I promise if OMI reaches 10 cents and Walt is still 5K, I'll spend $180,000 on Walt, raising the price to 8,000 or however much it goes to at that point. Yeah, there's no way. there's no way that. But again, I'm one person, and that's not a ton of money compared to the people that have 9 and 10 figures. That's nothing. It's pocket change. They'd have an army of Walts. They'd have as many Walts as I have alligator Lokis. So what we got here? We got Justin says, I don't see it going lower than 4K. I hope it doesn't. It might. Who knows? Avery Gonzalez says, I am the power. Who else wants to see a He-Man and She-Ra NFT on Veve? By the power of Grayskull. Oh, dude, that'd be fantastic. He-Man's really good. I heard that the newer He-Man wasn't as good. I didn't watch it, so I don't know. It's really important to have nerd friends so that they can say, like, you could have that, like, hey, what's this character about? What does this do? What's this show? And just call them up and they're like, all right, well, with this, and they'll explain to you the plot in like 20 minutes and get like the whole season worth of stuff. And it's like, wow, bananas. So I'm really glad to have friends that can fill me in on stuff that I want to watch, but I can't watch. I'm just too busy. We got Ibra Gonzalez. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. There, Randy has been exercised. Oh, ha ha. Ha 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 ha. So I know I bring this up a lot, but in that utility Discord, there is a place called Supernatural. Get out of there. Called Supernatural. There's a tab in there, and there are actually let me read one. There are some bonkers ones that people are just posting their stories. In the bed was okay. So maybe UFOs. I guess this one would be from Veve Fambam. Shout out to her. Says, I even saw a huge UFO sitting in my backyard when I was about 6 or 7 years old. No mistaking what it was. Not saying it was aliens, but there was a huge spaceship sitting there. My parents tried to tell me I didn't see it. The devil can make you see things, blah, blah, blah. I just thought my parents were the crazy ones. I know what was there. Veve Fambam has had a very rich supernatural history, like with ghosts and spaceships and stuff like that. Comment down below if you have any stories like that. I love talking about that stuff. Wild. Anyway, moving on. Darth Chaos says, hello there. Oh, General Darth Chaos says, you really can't go wrong getting a Walt. Even if it does go lower, it will be worth way more after. Agreed, 100,000%. And, my back. Just doing a stretch there. We got Justin Fisher saying LGTB. Howdy, howdy. Kayla says, Randy, what do you think of sub 100s? Worth it or no? Sub 100s. I think that, depends on, like, if you're going to get a, like, breakfast cereal mascot sub 100, you're going to have a lot harder time selling it than you would getting a, like, Star Wars Ahsoka Tano Secret Rare sub 100. I do not have an Ahsoka Tano sub 100. I wish I did. I have a Luke sub 100 Secret Rare, but it depends on it. Yeah, I think let's say there's something, doesn't matter. Pick a collectible. There are going to be people that want the best of the best. How do you get the best of the best? You buy a sub 100. There are people that doesn't matter the price. They just want the best of the best. It's like, so people that, some people actually go for the most expensive. Let's talk about, if anyone's ever read the book The Art of the Deal. Donald Trump writes, and I forget who reads the audio book, but he almost sounds like Trump. They were talking about, I think in the 80s with the Hilton and, like something else, saying like, well, the Hilton was, what do you call it? They were both at like $300 a night, and this was like 40 years ago or whatever. They're both like $300 a night or $400 a night for these both 5-star hotels, and the Hilton lowers their price, and then Trump's like, oh, we should. Trump was thinking, or somebody told him like, you should lower your price to match them. He's like, no, we're going to raise our prices, because by them lowering their price, they're telling the public, they're telling the street, they're telling everyone that they're not as good as us. And that man was absolutely right. So if you have some people don't care whether it's a restaurant, they want the one with the best reviews, or the ones with the highest end steaks, the highest end scotches, because when they go out for a meal, they want a meal. They don't cook themselves. They don't want to cook themselves. They want everything being done for them. Oh my god, dude, some steaks at a night. Now I like if get a burger, I like it rare, super rare, almost blue. For a steak, you need that at like a nice medium rare. Oh, sorry. But sub 100s are like, I want to say they're like hotels, and like sub 100s are 5-star hotels. The lower, like, let's say if you have something, let's say like lightsabers. Let's say Yoda lightsaber, which has 20,000 editions. Sub 100s are the 5-star hotels. 4-star hotels are like the good mints, like number 420 or 111, 222, things like that. And then you have the 3-star ones, which are still the lower mints in the 3 digits. And then it goes to the Airbnb. So then it goes to places that just like, oh, this is a motel. You lose a lot of amenities when you go from an H to an M, go from hotel to motel, and then you have like crack houses that just like, okay, no, 19,471, whatever. That's what I would view it as. I would view sub 100s as 5-star hotels. Like that is the best, and people are just gonna want that. Some people like, oh, 4-star, nope, keep on walking, Chavez. None of your business. You're not going there. Might as well be the hood. And can't believe. At Wet Wizard Veve and his friend Andy, they had that me and Veve Fambam were trying to meet a bunch of other people. Like we had just met each other in some restaurant, and was like, all right, everyone, come here. I think Sean from Comics and Crypto was out doing something with Todd McFarlane, lucky guy, and there's like, hey, do you guys want to go out to this one place? It's kind of in the hood. I was like, guys, I'm wearing a cat suit. I am not going to the hood right now. Get my butt kicked. I'm gonna kick my butt. So I forget where I was going with this. Yeah, so some people just want, they view anything less than a sub 100. Some people, that's just all they get. They just get sub 100s. There are over 19,000 something Yoda lightsabers and Luke Skywalker lightsabers. There's 120 combined between sub 100 between the both of them. So yeah, sub 100s are very, very good. Even if you, I guess it lessens a little bit. Let's say like a Stephen Pugh Harley Quinn. 500 of them. The sub 100s are still worth more, but everything's a 3-digit. Everything's pretty low mint. It's like the Veve logo. The Veve logo is, like the highest number could possibly be 500. So a sub 100 for that isn't as special as like a sub 100 of like a Yoda lightsaber or something like, I don't know, let's say like Woody. Woody's got like 13,000, Woody's got 13,000 mints or 14,000 mints, whatever. And there's only a few sub 100s. But that being said, it still does carry a premium, even for the lower minted ones. It still does give that significance and does give that extra level of rarity, that extra level of collectability. So yeah, I'm really, really bullish on sub 100s as well. Shook says, "What's up, Randy? Yo, what up, Shook? How you doing, fam? Hope you're doing well." Annette Gabica says, "Hello, everyone. Oh, hello, Annette. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Saw you on the Twitter." Mr. Pine and Prophet says, "Let's go. Let's get this bread. I love this game." Tortoland says, "Just scooped up the full Disney lenticular set under 500. Goodbye." Yes, abso-freaking-lutely. There are people paying like what, $4,000 just for the Goofy. Not too long ago. I didn't pay that much. I paid like $2,900. Bad times. Bad times. Or was that the? Yeah, I think Goofy was the secret rare, right? Or whoever was the secret rare. That's what I had. Lenticulars, I am very bullish on. I've said it before. I'll say it again. That's first appearance cards, first appearance music. On obviously the first time the Fab Five is all together. Plus Daisy. And then you get 3 different images. You get 2 on the front of the cards. You get, because they go like this. They rotate, and then you get a signature on the back. So you get 3. I'm so bullish on them. I think they have a lot of layers of collectability. I think people would decorating their showrooms or making certain things with them. I said very bullish. Orlando says just read that. Justin says dip prices dip. Justin's wilding out there. He's like dip more so I can buy it. This Planet Rob says, dippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. This Planet Rob says, Randy, if you don't mind, can you go over these Decon drops one by one and speculate on the art? Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Let's go and get this bread. Let's go to the Veve. Let's go to the drops. And there's a couple of them. All right, so we're going to go with something that we've seen before with Sket 1 with Ting. We've seen him with the pink... The pink lumps coming out of his lady lumps. My lovely lady lumps. So this is, oh my god, I want the bondage one. The one that's got like the mask. I mean, it says bombed Ting Sket 1, but that's totally a bondage one. I'm not going to lie, I'm going to get that. It is a blind box, so you don't know. You don't know what you're going to get, so I'm going to... Oh, of course it's the secret rare. Of course, the one with the bondage, the one that I want is a secret rare. The ultra rare looks really cool too because you got it. It's radioactive. Has anyone seen the Toxic Avenger? They are god awful movies, but they're so good. Oh god, there's only 555 of these secret rares. Like the Decon stuff. All right, 777 for the ultra rare, 888 for the rare. Uncommon is 9,999. Okay, not 9,000, just 999. Here's what I like about the Decon stuff is that they are very, very, very low mint. And how many people are like pumped or how many people know who Sket 1 is? Like how many people know Sket 1? Like I have zero idea. Only reason I kind of know is because it was at Decon last year. Had these things happen. I don't know which ones. But I guarantee you that some of those artists are going to blow up and be absolutely freaking amazing. I don't know who it is. It could be, Mumbot that I met last year. It could be Luke Chu that I met last year. It could be a newcomer like Allison Bamcat. It could be someone that we've already known for a while. It could be someone that is, brand new. The Tristan Eaton one, I mean, I think I had heard of him before this, but most of these artists I hadn't heard of before. That won't stay that way. That there will be some. Which one? I don't know. Put all of them there, throw a dart. There's no way to tell. But I think this is like a gamble. I mean, so also maybe it's not. I want to say it's a gamble on which one is going to blow up. I think all of these in the future will probably go up a little bit and go above retail. Mostly just because it only takes a couple of people to just buy them. And again, when people have so much money and so much OMI and they want... there are some people that want every set. I ran into a guy today where I was with a couple of friends that were... I'll show you guys a Snapchat. So I was hanging with a couple of friends today.
These are my cards.
Going over some Pokemon cards.
And I just buy them here and there. I don't buy them.
We decided to, I love Pokemon. I love everything about it. And we decided to go to a, what do you call it? We decided to go to a Pokemon card shop, or just a collectible shop in general. And before I get to this story, I'm gonna go onto my YouTube channel and I'm gonna ask everyone to smash that like button, right there. Be super fantastic. A free way to help support the channel. Oh god, that Google engineer and the sentient AI claim, scary AF. Sorry, the ADD brain. All right. Oh god, getting that out of here. Getting that out of here. Okay. So we decided to go, and there was somebody there that he might have had a decent amount of money. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But what? Oh my god, my back. This is not going to be a good stream. This is not going to be fun. I feel like Mr. Bubble from that one episode of Rugrats where Angelica goes to camp. He's like, "It's going to be hard work. It's not going to be fun, but you're going to do it." God, Jesus. Okay. Before my back gives out, let's get through this story. I go there, and this guy is just going through this stuff. And now the Pokemon cards that were there, they were not graded. They were not high. They, he was just getting whatever. So he tells me that, hey, I've gone and I started buying a bunch of these Pokemon cards. I started buying, like the tins and the things and just getting as many cards as I could, spending like thousands of dollars. And he just got into collecting like 2 months ago. So spent thousands of dollars in a couple months. Like, okay, he didn't say how many. Could be 2,000. Could be 20,000. I don't know. Probably, I don't know, 5-6K. Not a ton. And then he's like, but then I realized it's a lot more fun to go in and to find things. It's like you're catching Pokemon in the wild. And I was like, oh yeah, you kind of are. You're not just sitting and waiting and for things to come in, then you open them. Going out and finding and hunting for them is like in the Safari Zone. So yeah, that makes sense. So it's much more fun to go here and which ones do I have, which ones don't I have? It's like, all right, that's interesting. Fair point. But that goes to show that, I mean, there were some valuable stuff in there. That there are some people, like that guy, his goal is to get every card. And will he get it? Probably not. Every single card is, I don't say impossible, but it would cost him millions of dollars. I mean, at least graded, at least whatever. But there are people that are going to come in, and they're like, I want every set. And they'll spend $10 million doing it. Some people that might want sub 100 sets. Some people are going to want matching sets. How many of those people are there going to be? I don't know. Maybe a dozen. Maybe a couple dozen. But they are out there, and those are like the 1% of 1% of 1%. But consider the millions of people that are coming in here. There's going to be a lot. I feel like the Aaron Eckhart plays Harvey Dent, where he goes on and says, all right, yeah, we trial everyone as a whole. Sure, the top guys make bail, and we won't be able to get them, but a lot of the lower level guys, they can't. They'll cut deals which include jail time. Imagine what you could do with 18 months of clean streets. And when you have something like this, yeah, not everybody's going to be the whale, but there's going to be a lot of mid-level people that are going to want to play this game, that are going to want to be getting cheap sets. I guarantee you there comes a point where the cheapest set might be like $100. Why? But maybe the cheapest set might be a couple $100. Why? Because everyone's going to want the cheap sets for the MCP points. It's not going to matter what it is. They will not care about that collectible. It could be a comic book, it could be a stamp, it could be Toby. It doesn't matter. People will get stuff that's cheap because of the Master Collector points. Why? More Master Collector points that you get, you're going to get guaranteed, if you get enough, guaranteed to get a certain collectible. And that's the gift that keeps on giving. You're going to be able to use that, guarantee yourself a collectible, to buy it, flip it, like that. That's their purchasing power. There's going to be a lot of people like that. The same way people next week are going to go to McDonald's, they're going to buy 50 Happy Meals in order to get those Pokemon cards. You're going to see people doing that with these collectibles. And the cheap stuff will go up. I know your original question was to go on the one by one. Okay, so that's that. I'm not gonna lie, that's not one of my favorite ones. I do want the bondage one because Mr. BDSM elephant over there looks freaking great. That's hysterical. We made a bear. There's this little bear that we had in Kuwait, and friend Ramirez put a bunch of tape around him, and I put like a little pencil eraser in his mouth. So it was like a ball. It's hysterical. Allison Bamcat. Okay, so this is the one that she had teased previously, which is the. It's a cat, but it's a bird. I think I had a dream about that once actually too. And then the Fissure Demon. Oh, what is this? It's con exclusive too. Fissure Demon. I guess if an earthquake happens and then smoke comes out. Maybe I love interpretation of art. So okay, an earthquake happens, smoke comes out, and it's toxic because earthquakes happen because of erosion, tectonic plates moving, and if it weren't for humans, maybe it wouldn't happen. And this is just the bad juju that's coming back to us. Or it's just the Earth's way of going and trying to clean itself. And maybe it sees humans as a cancer. And maybe the Earth thinks that, okay, take a look at the Earth. If you're an alien from the sky and you see these beautiful blue oceans and these beautiful green pastures of land, but then you get to the cities. You go to Hong Kong, go to LA, you go to New York, where things are really, really populated. And from human point, you have these beautiful skyscrapers. But no, if you're looking at it from the Earth's point of view or aliens' point of view, and you look at Earth like an organism, and it doesn't matter how many hurricanes you throw at it, doesn't matter how many storms go at it, earthquakes, humans just keep rebuilding and repopulating. And maybe that this is something that's saying, you guys, Earth has tried to be nice, but it's an organism that's about to do its last freaking self-destruct attack. Poison gas. Destroy all humans. What does this really mean? I have zero idea. That's just my interpretation of it. So, again, art just speaks to you. Now, I like that because of the story that could be told, but I like the cat bird because it's a cat bird. It's freaking awesome. I feel like so there was an interview with Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. on acting on the live action Scooby Doo. And Sarah Michelle Gellar goes and she's just like, I love Scooby Doo. When she was younger, she's like, because it wasn't just like a boys show or a girls show. It was guys and girls, and they were on the same level. And Velma was super smart, and Daphne wasn't just a damsel. She was a reporter, and everyone had their thing. And just it taught kids what you could do if you worked together. And then they asked Fred the same question, and he's like, "It's just a talking dog, man. It was cool." Like he was so stoked for that interview. It was the greatest. Oh God, that was the way that Sarah Michelle Gellar just passionately puts in her answer, and it's filled with thought and emotion. And Freddie Prinze Jr. is like, "Yeah, bro, I was just a talking dog, and this is awesome." Like, it's so great. Yeah, like that. I find that in art, like one thing's really amazing and awesome and cool. The other's like, it's just a cat bird, man. Like you just want it. It's cool. Okay, so the other one, just behind profit. Where was I? The Tara McPherson one. Her stuff is always really good. Okay, so the Crystal Waterfall, that's art. I don't really get it. I don't really get but the other one I'm really interested in. It's a girl in like platform shoes that's riding a bunny through space, and instead of stars are little hearts, like video games, or are they jellyfish? And those are they're like jellyfish with hearts instead of brains. Jellyfish don't have brains, right? I don't know. Like I would love to be in her mind when she was drawing a girl on a bunny flying through space with jellyfish, and instead of whatever they have in their heads, just hearts. I would love what type of can I interview her? Can I go and be like, hey, tell me what this is? Because I am curious. Now, again, why are these things going... let's take a look at the mints of the rare. Oh, 1266. So that is a fairly large amount for some of these. But 666 for the Crystal Waterfall. Now, again, Crystal Waterfall doesn't really interest me too much, but that love space, pretty legit. Forgot to look at the Allison Bamcat. The ultra rare, the fission thing, 666, and the other one is 1266. Okay. Again, oh god, this is gonna be wild. We got one at 11 a.m. on August 6th, one at 12 p.m., and one at 1 p.m. Bananas. Oh, also, I got a Squirrel Girl today, unbeatable Squirrel Girl, for $1.80. It's awesome. Anyway, where was I? Super VBK says, we need an influencer like you in Super World. Outside of Veve, my favorite project, basically Pokemon Go meets Monopoly using real world like Earth 2, but not a game, more AR. I don't know what Super World is, but that sounds pretty dope. Let me go check this Super World out. Is that on the Play Store? Super World. Okay, it's got four star. Well, it's only got 32 reviews and only got 5K downloads. So I don't. There's like nobody in this. But let's. I will do further research on it. But thank you for saying that we need an influencer like me. Azzy Boy says, "What's your long-term price prediction of Walt? I think it's the most prestigious piece on the app, 100K. But that's when we reach 10 cents. You know, I can't imagine it being, yeah. I would say if you, again, that could be really, really quickly. Let's say 2025, and I know that's not long term; it's more like midterm, but it's a couple years away. Let's say 2025, we're at like 30 cents, you know, and we're at, and let's say there's no burn. Let's say there is zero burn from the circulating supply. 2025, we're at a $90 billion market cap, which is nothing. That is nothing compared to where we will be at some point. At that point. And 30 cents, what do I even have at that point? Like $40 million? If when we're at 30 cents, if Walt is still under 50K, I don't know. I'll buy another. I'll buy a floor. I don't know. I mean, I'll sweep the floor. I guess. It's just so wild to me that, you know, OMI goes up so much, and you're not gonna want the most precious thing that Disney's ever released on the blockchain. I can't imagine that would be that people wouldn't want that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I'm wrong. Disney peeps are crazy. Like, again, you have to spend, I think, $30,000 to be part of Club 33, and then you have to maintain it, like, pay an extra amount of thousands a year. There are people that don't care. So that's a status symbol. That is a status symbol for some people. People with money won't give a F. Marvel's Pack says, my SGC graded 1966 Marvel Don Russ cards look so fire. Let's get this right. I bet they are. Bet they are. Get it. This Planet Prop says, also this for London, Decon, I thought is next month. Hey. Also, is this for London Decon? I thought, yeah, it is next month. I don't know why it says con exclusive. Is there a Decon that's happening this Saturday that I don't know about? I don't think so. I feel like I live and breathe this stuff. Slider says, Marvelous Packs, nice. I use SGC. Also, congrats on the cards. Cheers. Double C says 115 plus 75 is 190. Oh, man, I'm an idiot. Yeah, 190 then. 190. Justin, give me those claps. How's it going? Justin gave me the clap. Oh, God. I didn't mean that. Jason Bourne says, I don't understand why Walt called your channel boring. I think you're awesome. Oh, why, thank you. There's a good... I mean, again, the to each their own. Like the live streams, we have a lot of fun. But a lot of if you watch my videos, a lot of them are just like, hey guys, it's Randy, just getting off the news today. I do kind of the same thing. I go over the news, I go over what OMI does compared to the markets, and what OMI does compared to Bitcoin, who outperforms what, how it's doing, and then, you know, like what the buy and sell volume is that day, how much we did in volume, and then I go on to the news, and then it's for the news, it's mostly just what happens in the crypto market, You could not watch my channel for 2 weeks. You know, the videos that I put out, and really only 10% of the stuff would really matter. There's a bunch of things happened the other day where somebody didn't know that we were on Bitmart and some other exchange. I had covered that over a month, months ago. There's so much that I cover because there's so much news that happens, whether it's with Veve, whether it's with a greater all market. And that's why I make videos sometimes twice a day in conjunction with a live stream, in conjunction with podcasts. And, you know, people, because most of the information is kind of I don't say not needed. It's good to have that update, and that's why a lot of people do watch. Um, but again, most of what you would watch in there is not really. It could kind of be forgotten. It wouldn't. If you're not going to sell, it doesn't really matter. But when you have things where you're on the fence and they're like, oh, hey, Blockworks just said this, or Sandbox, World War, they just said this, then it's like, oh, actually, this is a good reason for me to stay in, or it's a good reason for X, Y, and Z. So, but again, it's not done in a crazy flashy way. I don't have any editing. I don't have any, I don't have a computer. So I can understand why some people, like Vault, would say that the channel, that some of those videos are boring. Whether we call the channel boring in general or the videos, I'm not sure. But yeah, sometimes they are not the most exciting. Now on the live streams, we have a lot of fun. On the live streams, we got a really good. I think we have really good rhythm. I laugh on every single live stream. I think because you guys keep me laughing all day, and I like to think I make you guys laugh too. Sometimes, like, I feel like not only that, but like on a deeper level also. Sometimes we really get deep. Sometimes we really like touch each other. Like not that way, but you know what I mean. Josh says, I was a kid in DR and my uncle woke me up around 4 a.m. claiming he's seen an orb floating in the middle of the street. Didn't believe him, but the next day I saw it. Same time and woke him up. Oh, that's amazing. I like love and hate that where, let's say you and a family member, you and a friend, or you and a group of people, you see something so miraculous, so extraordinary, and it's like, guys, no one's ever gonna believe us. Like we can't tell anyone, and then it just kills you because you can't talk about it because people think you're crazy, but you know it happened. Like I tell people, when I was eating what Mario eats, what does Mario eat to get bigger? That's what I was eating. I ate a whole bunch of those, and outside of some really cool stuff that I saw, I believe that there is. I think there's different dimensions. Oh, I mean, of course there are. That's proven that one dimension, third dimension, time is a fourth dimension, so on and so forth. Watch the video, imagine the 10th dimension. But I mean that there's other universes. I don't subscribe to the Copenhagen theory. I subscribe to the many worlds theory, where if let's they did it with Schrodinger's cat, where, for those of you that don't know the experiment, Schrodinger put a vial with some radiation in there, a Geiger counter, a timer, and a cat inside a box. And if the Geiger counter or the radiation tick-tock thing went off, it would release the radiation, killing the cat. And if it didn't, then it didn't. The cat was alive. So until you open that box, you don't. That cat is both dead and alive. It's both, because someone conscious isn't looking at it. So until you open that box, you have no idea. And when you open that box and make that decision, if the cat is alive, there's another version, another universe where that cat is dead. If you go and open it up, the cat is dead. There's another universe where that cat is alive. It splits off. Quantum physics tells us that the subatomic particles that make up our world are just from waves collapsing in like the 7th dimension. And I know we're getting really deep. Things go crazy when you go quantum. Like an electron is both at a state of motion and at a state of rest at the same time. It's in two places at once. Some things receive messages before they're sent. Freaking what? Like, you will never, like, stranger than fiction, abso-freaking-lutely. It doesn't make sense. Like, it does, you can understand it, but why do those things happen? Anyway, getting way off topic here. I forget where I was going with this. Oh yeah, so the mushroom thing. I think that why sometimes there are ghosts or spirits is because something happened in that. There's electricity in humans. There's electricity in things, and I think that something happened wherever we go, whatever we see, whatever happens after death. I don't know, but I think something happens that disrupts that process, and that's why there are ghosts, and that's why there are these things. And I also think that if you're in a very altered state of mind, like let's say when you're dreaming, like when you're on a bunch of DMT, dimethyltryptamine, your brain makes dimethyltryptamine when you dream. That's why you have these psychedelic dreams that are like, oh my God, it was it was wild. I was talking to like Jim Carrey. Like I remember this one this one dream I had where it was like I was a buddy of mine and his uncle that like just got out of jail, and we're in an airport and like Russians were taking over the airport, and Jim Carrey's like, go. I was like, what? Are you sure? He's like, I got this. You got it. I was like, ah, he's like screaming as he's like firing his AK at these Russians. Like, okay, we got to move. Like, what in a universe maybe that actually happens, but why do you see dead people in dreams? Why do people that are passed on you see in dreams? Maybe because you're tapping into another universe. Maybe because you're going and saying like, hey, my mind is going into this universe. Like when you die in your dreams, like I've died in my dreams. And I wake up like, what I think happens is you are just tapping into another reality, and maybe you are dying in that dream. Maybe another you in a different universe is dying, and you wake up and you're just like, well, I'm never going to dream about that universe again. I don't know, but I think something with mushrooms as well, because my friend Sarah, who this happened like 2020, I think, where I was eating a bunch of those, and then I saw my friend Sarah. My friend Sarah had passed away in like 2018, a couple years prior, but I knew she had taken what Mario eats as well, and I saw her. She was right there. Same distance that I am from this camera right now, maybe a little closer. We didn't have a verbal conversation. We talked like we knew what we were talking about, and she just said, "Hey," and I'm gonna so emotional. That was one of the realest things as I'm talking right now, as I'm talking to you guys. I mean mostly alone, but and nobody can tell me that didn't happen, because it did. Now, I don't often go out and tell people that, because they're like, okay, you're on drugs, Chavez. Like, okay, you don't understand, though. Like, if you've never done it, then you don't know. A lot of people say that they have their most important experiences on that. But anyway, just being real there. Moving on. That was just about all come from Josh's orb with his uncle in DR. As your boy says, simple psychology. People buy when prices are rising and things become scarce. Undercutters slow traction and cost themselves money. Yep, that do be true, though. Mr. Planet Prop is laughing. He says, crack houses. Yeah, the higher mints are not as... I mean, they're still... a mint is a mint. It's whatever. As long as you're getting the collectible, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're getting, like, a Stephen Pugh Harley Quinn, mint doesn't matter. Like, you can get number 477, 231, 119. It doesn't matter. It's a Stephen Pugh Harley Quinn. It's almost kind of the same thing with Walt. Is it fun to get a 3-digit? Yeah. But it's a Walt. It's a Grail. Same thing with Vader. It doesn't matter. We got, oh my god, Satoshi saying, someone say God, this is going to get demonetized. Darth Chaos is laughing. Mr. Piner Prop says, 1977 Yoda lightsaber for sale. Also, guys, really? Is it the floor? Is it the floor? Well, he's not in the 77 movie, is he? Right? Because he doesn't show up, Aldous Heavily says, mushroom, smash that like, mushroom, 100%. Oh god, hiccups. Smash. I ate a bunch of shrimp. I ate like a pound of shrimp before. I had a protein shake. I went to the supermarket, get a pound of shrimp. I ate that while watching not Family Guy, some Modern Family. I should have watched the Taps Trades Brock McBlockchain thing. I'll do that later. I haven't yet. I'll do it. I haven't had time, but I will. Like anytime Tap speaks in general, but anytime Brock speaks, I think is very, very important, because he doesn't speak that often. So when he does, I think you should listen. And but obviously, like I didn't make up the song about him, but I reworked the lyrics from "Don't Let Me Get Me" from Pink in order to include Taps Trades, so I can get him in a Patreon member shout out. I'm gonna go and do that when we're doing Patreon member shout out. But thank you, Aldous Havley, for that super chat. Now, where was I? Double C says, is a sub 100 Silver Surfer a hold? Yes, 100% yes. Chain says, how much would you sell a rocket to the moon poster mint for edition number 70? All right, rocket to the moon. All right, let's go. Fly me to the moon. Okay. We're going on drops. So the poster, right? Okay. Okay, Rocket to the Moon. And this is a secret rare, right? Yeah, so there's secret rare, so there's 1955 of them, 99 left. Okay, so there is, so 195 would be, so there is about a little over 5% of these available, and it's 131 for the floor, and you said number 70, so let's just say, I don't know, 260 plus 6. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, 260 plus 65. Let's say 325. But I want to see what the sub 100s are. What did I say? 325. Number 73 is on there for 399. Number 88 for 385. 97 for 350. If you want it to sell, put it up for 300. I don't know if I would though. So you said a number 70. I mean, again, if you want it to sell, put it up for 300. Because there is number 45 for 900. Yeah, I'd say if you want it to sell, put it for 300. Because the cheapest is 350, and that's, I like I said, I said it would be what, 320, 325. Try for 325, and hopefully no one undercuts you, and then go for there. But yeah, I think that's pretty spot on. Planet Private says, I like Toxic. Yeah, the Toxic Avenger. Remember Toxic Avenger 4? Toxic. Oh god, it's wild. Josh says, just shared my little supernatural story after you shared Fan Bams. Oh, okay. All right, let's go read Josh's supernatural story over on the Discord. Oh, I didn't. Old Disney School. Wait, am I on the? No, I'm supernatural. I don't see it. I see Tron Skywalker posting about Godzilla and this guy about to get wrecked. He looks like Uncle Rico, doesn't he? Doesn't he look like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite? Where was I? Yes, okay. Moving on here. Oh my god, Satoshi says, Toxic is the worst, in my opinion. Still Toxic. Marvelous Pack says, thanks, Slider. Cheers. This Ponder Prop says, damn, I have a lot of crackhead mints. the little sad face, that's so cute. Yeah, so do I. Most of mine are. Marvelous Pack says, I want to order sliders. Oh, dude. I don't know what it is, but White Castle sliders. The White Castle, oh my god, those little things. No pickle though. No pickle at all. Those little things are so good and so greasy. And just a heart attack on a bun, but oh my god, they're amazing. I don't know what I don't know what. I'll give you one more ghost story. I don't know what they put in that. They gotta be anyway. Older lady that I knew told me that she worked for White Castle for like 40 years, from when she was 14 to in her 50s, and what happened was that eventually she wound up working at what's called like a castle in like an office in the city in Queens, and they would do like the payroll, and they would do the stuff for all the castles, and making sure everything's add up with the inventory and whatnot. So there were stories about this one. I think it was somewhere in Long Island. I don't remember where. Maybe it was in like Hempstead, which is kind of a rough area. But they had a bunch of recent quitters. Like people, I don't want to say that. They had a bunch of people leave, and she had a conversation, or somebody had a conversation with management over there, and like, hey guys, why are so many people? Why can't you freaking like retain? You have the worst employee retentionship ever, and the general manager's in there with the assistant manager, like looking at each other, and goes, like, what? Like do people keep dying? Like there are shootouts? Like tell us so we can like help if we can. And like, we got a ghost, and like the guy's like, freaking excuse me? He's like, listen, I haven't seen it, she hasn't seen it, but multiple people, especially new hires, have come up and they've said that they've seen this Asian guy stacking boxes in the basement. And and this happened to be a new manager, and it happened to be, I think, a new like the person that was there the longest, having to be the assistant manager, and like, wait, what do you mean? And talk to the rest of the staff, and some people are like, yep, we have it. And it's like, what? So apparently there was a guy, they went back in their records, I don't know the dude's name, that had loved working at White Castle so much, did it until he died. I don't know if he actually died on the premises, but it said that he's still there stacking boxes, still working there, still doing, and it was one of the wildest things. I don't know if you could actually, maybe I could ask like corporate about it or something, or I don't know. I had to contact that person and really get the full story for y'all. But yeah, if you like something enough, I guess you can do it even after you die. Justin says, "Ride that bag, homie. Ride it, ride it." What do we got? We got, oh my god, Satoshi saying hashtag Toby. Toby to the moon. I don't have a Toby. Dude, I that's what I want to do as well. Like, there's meme coins. There's no reason for Doge to be, this much. Or having been like $90 billion at one point anyway. I think that what I really hope, it'll happen. I'm surprised it didn't happen with the little friends, the ones that look like Harambe. Because it looked like Harambe. What I would hope is that someone just makes a meme out of this, just like, let's get this to the most ridiculous price ever. I don't know what it would be. I think it would be one of the unicornos that are like 5,500. I mean, I don't know. Give us something scarce that's so cheap. Yeah, and people are like, to the moon. I mean, they had a Professor Gang back in the day, for Professor Utonium, but I want to see that happen. Omi Panda says, evening, Randy and Dashy. Good evening, Omi Panda. Hope you're doing well. Okay, hiccup. Gig says, perhaps Pokemon won't be a regular drop. Perhaps you have to go and catch them. That'd be, I would get so much exercise. I'd be like, all right, you can only catch one after you like walk a mile. All right, we're gonna run 30 miles today. I don't think I could do that. My legs would not, my knees and hips would not give out. They would give out. Omi Panda says, are plants just feeding us oxygen so they can eat? I have seen that meme before, saying like, plants are actually farming us, giving us oxygen until we die and go in the ground so they can eat us. It's so cool. That's a great. I love those types of theories, those type of like thought experiments. Like, are they? Like it's. I don't know. Good questions. I love when people say like stupid like they're on a stupid question. I love stupid questions because like, what if things get really crazy and really, I keep saying wild, like really try not to. So spectacular that, I wonder if this could happen. Anyway, Owen Panda says, I just read that. Veve Fan Bam says, I like Allison Bamcat. Maybe it's because she has Bam in her name, like me. I'm excited to meet her and Tara at Decon. Me too. Dude, Decon's gonna be so much fun. I am so excited for it. Annette Gabica says, ha ha ha, yes, Bam. Big Fan Man says, at Annette, maybe we're the same person? Have you ever seen us both in the same place at the same time? Dude, I had this wild theory for a while that Brock McBlockchain was Puddin' Cheeks. They're not, they're different people, but I had that theory at one point. I was like, whoa. News Now Marijuana says, I think there is a Comic-Con in Chicago this weekend. Very good, very good. I do like when cons are... I feel like that part in Fight Club, like, I didn't start that. I thought you started it. I didn't start it. It started on its own. Where cons I don't know about are going on, because nerds just keep rocking out. Moving on. We got G-Flow saying, buy another Walt or OMI. If I had 5K, you'd be damn sure I'd be buying a couple million OMI. Mr. Pine Prophecy, smash it, smash it. Mr. Pine Prophecy, you don't need editing, Randy. That's all hype. You need genuine person with genuine research, which is perfect. Oh, well, thank you. I'm trying. Joseph says, I'm scared people think I'm crazy over Veve. I know I'm crazy. Like, there's I forget how long ago it was. Me and a couple friends were just went back when I was in a relationship. It was we were just saying like, hey guys, what's like the stupidest thing you've ever done, and why has your how is your that stupid thing that you've done that your significant other didn't leave you over? And one of mine, I haven't told this story in a while, but I'll tell it now. I need a quick little swig of water for this. A reminder to hydrate. Hydrate. There's a scene in it's called Fanboys. If you're a Star Wars fan, you need to watch that movie. It's so good. It's about these younger guys. They're like in their 20s. That one of their friends is like dying, and they have to go to like George Lucas's place to go to Skywalker Ranch to try to see the Phantom Menace before it, before it appears. And in the middle of it, they go to a Trekkie convention or a Trekkie gathering, for Star Trek people. And Seth Rogen plays the like head Star Trek nerd, and they're like praying to the statue of Khan, like Khan, like that one. And a fight breaks out, and they hit it with their van, and Khan gets decapitated. So Seth Rogen holds like the decapitated Khan head in his arms, and he's like, Khan, and then he takes out his inhaler, goes, Khan! Like, it's so stupid. He looks so derpy and like autistic, and I go and I watch, and I'm so impressionable. It was I don't know, like every now and then when I'm in the car, like I haven't done it in a long time, but I would be like, Khan! Like I would try to like like emulate that. If I ever hope to date like anyone, they see this, there's not gonna. So I one day when again I was dating my ex, and I was just over there, and she's like, I'm gonna take Gemma for a walk or something, she was at a park. She was out she was out of the house. She was out of the house, and I'm in the bathroom, and I'm just looking at myself in the mirror, and because like the toilet flush, I didn't hear her come in, and then she was coming back from dinner with her friends, so I didn't hear her come in, so I didn't know she was in the house, so I'm washing my hands, and then I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, Ken! And I just do it, and then suddenly she's in the bedroom looking at me like, and I was like, oh god, what do I say? Oh god, I have to say something. Oh god, oh god, oh god, like, so I just go to her like, and then she's like, okay, I'm gonna walk Gemma, and you need to figure your life out. I was like, so I don't know what inspired that story. Oh yeah, Justin saying I'm scared people think I'm crazy over Veve. I know I'm a little not there. I'm a little out there. I can make good choices though when it comes to investments, and I'm good at 3 different things. One of them is not. I really one of them's kind of X-rated. Anyway, we're gonna move on here. We got Aldous Havley saying crazy smart. Oh, Ibra Gonzalez says when a physicist's formula doesn't work, they simply add another missing variable to make it work. Sometimes it's what you got to do. When a chef's soup isn't right, what do? They add a spice, or they add something else, or they add some flour to thicken the sauce. Like, they're making sauce or whatever. Like, like physicists are like chefs. Sometimes you got to add something in there to make it work. Sometimes you can't just mix all these elements. You can't mix all these ingredients. You have to cook something first, and then you have to do something to it. So sometimes you got to do that. I missed my Patreon member shout out. I'm going to go do that right now. Why didn't y'all tell me? Why didn't y'all tell me about it? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Here we go. I want to be somebody else. YouTube told me you'll be a blog star. All you have to change is everything you are. I'm tired of being compared to my friend Taps Trades. He's so handsome, that just ain't me. Doctor, won't you please prescribe me something? Dude, I love Pink so much. I love Taps Trades so much. Sorry. Anyway, before we keep going, everyone check out at Hey David Dunn at King Mavs Forever over on Twitter, Standoff Chart and King Mavs over on the Veve app, Kobe Collection, OMI Player 1 over on the YouTube, Raythax.dth, domain name, Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Puddin' Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sody Pop Media, Veve Darklink, Meta Lemon, and Veve Vibes, all on the YouTube, at Nomad with Guitar, at Wet Wizard Veve, and Gary O at 1234CA3, all on Twitter, and Fanny Carbonell FR over on the TikTok. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. All right, hour 2. Let's get this bread. Let's go. Tylo says, ghosts are given such a negative connotation, but I think ghosts are a very positive thing. When a living being goes, there is no ego and no evil, so a ghost would just be pure conscious energy. But then why are some ghosts mean? Like, I get it. I get it. Most ghosts are probably fine. But why are some ghosts mean? Like, they're... Well... somebody in the Supernatural... Or somebody in the Utility Discord, link down below, was mentioning that they have seen exorcisms. And they've seen this tiny woman overpower, like, 4 grown dudes trying to hold her down while they perform the exorcist. And he's like, oh, I didn't know this was, like, a real thing. But it is, though. You know, this isn't Hollywood. This is, like, stuff that actually happens. I remember one time, my friend EJ, I wanted to see it. I didn't see that. But I wanted to see a ghost, because I had seen one prior. He said they had a ghost in his house, or a spirit in his house, and they had a priest go and, like, bless the house and do whatever, and his sister's hair caught on fire. There was a gust of wind, the candle with the hair, and yeah, just absolutely insane, absolutely wild. I didn't see a ghost, but I'm just saying, like, stuff happens. But yeah, I'd like a Casper friendly ghost. My friend John one time said that he there's a spirit in his house, and you know, he just told the spirit one day, like, me and my wife tolerated you, but it's time for you to go. And the spirit just left him. It's like, whoa. Things are insane. It's like some people's lives are just insane. Commas and Zero says, Mushroom provides a medium to the divine for humans. Is that a phone? Is that an office phone? Matrix? Aldous Havley with that super chat saying, smash that like button. Thank you so much for that. Annette Gavico said, Vivi Fam Bam. Never been. I think it's not going to happen anytime soon. Crypto Nighter says, One Amazing Fantasy. I'm going to guess September. You know, Disney has been teasing that. Just that, yeah, I would say September. Eber Gonzalez says, I have a crazy supernatural story. God sent my guardian angel down to send me a message, and Beelzebub sent his demons after me. Oh my god, I need a Discord on this subject. Yeah, dude, all right, Ebert, go down to that utility Discord down below, and then you go on to Supernatural. I mean, go down there and do everything. But so we got KR12T1AN saying, have you seen any old movies on Disney Plus? At the very beginning, they have a warning. Basically, everything in this movie is wrong and depicts racism, sexism, etc. Instead of deleting the movies, here's the warning, and you might want to talk to your kids about why this is wrong. Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm glad they have that, though. That's pretty awesome. Eek. Sorry, I got an eek. Oh, ooh. Okay, sorry, I just have a bunch of. All right, I'll get to those messages later. Moving on. Tommy 8 says, our General Darth Chaos. Darth Chaos is laughing. Crazy Dad 420 says, mushrooms are awesome and one of nature's gifts to the world. Everyone should have the opportunity to use them for mental health and just for fun if they choose. Agreed. So much fun. So exciting. Vivi Fan Bam says, we're all crazy over Vivi. That's what makes us all so great together. Agreed. Kaz is talking about Ken. So good. Owie Panda says, who says these streams aren't fire? Ghosts, different dimensions, price predictions, memes, and live cooking every now and then. Dude, I have a couple of eggs I want to cook up. I don't know if I should do it, though. I mean, I'm kind of... Let me go to some other comments on YouTube here. We had Wes going in commenting. Let's see what he says. He says, apparently OMI to NFT is next in line. I said, can't wait for it. And then he gives me that rocket ship to the moon. So I want to give him some smiles. You gotta smile. You gotta smile. You gotta share. You gotta care. There'll always be a way through. Sorry. We got... Ooh. Okay, go to roles. Okay, thank you. Okay, their name. Arya Realty saying, let's get the word out. Some girl Brittany saying, we're playing in an impromptu game. Okay. Yeah, there's games sometimes in the Discord. I don't really participate in those. I should. LP Creative says, what's up, Utility Fam? Hey, at Real Randy Chavez. Great video today. VV Cycle. I'm going to give him 100 and just be like, why, thank you, senor. I don't know if this is a guy or a girl. Why, thank you. I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to assume anyone's gender or whatever they are. Dovecast says do it. I'm kind of fat. I had tropical smoothie today, which is, yeah, it's fine. You know, I had it was called like King Caesar. It's just it was grilled chicken and lettuce, but it had some cheese and tomatoes, which are good, and it was on a wrap, and it just had some I think some type of sauce. Then it had a peanut butter cup, which I get with whey protein, which is good, but it's still peanut butter. It's got a banana, which is good. It's got whey protein, which is good. It's got turbinado, is not really that good. It's, sugar on the raw, and then it's got some chocolate, and that's not really good. But it's got peanut butter as well, so that's expensive calories though. Peanut butter, so many calories. If you want to live as cheap as possible, get breadcrumbs and peanut butter. You will eat so many calories, and it is not a lot of food. You are going to be so hungry. Just saying. We're going to go to some more YouTube comments over on my YouTube studio. And it's going to be, nobody liked that last video at all. That was the worst performing video ever. Anthony M say, are you going to go for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle NFTs on Recur? I'm not, but I do love TMNT. Okay, TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hopefully, they do well. Gotta shout out the Recur peeps. Anyway, moving on here. It appears that was it. So let's go to the Twitter, and I'll answer some messages for you guys. Oh, Jesus. All right. Let's see what we got here. It is we got somebody called Ann Kryptoni saying, hi, do you know if Veve has given away all the Veve logos or if they'll give away more in the future? I think they gave them all away, but they might do more giveaways in the future. So I'm going to add that guy to my messages. And then we have... Who dat? We got someone named MA Sports Cards saying, did you see this? And I did report on it, but again, people might have missed it. We have the Paul Barron Network going and adding tokens to their top Metaverse gaming, to their dashboard. And what is down right there next to Illuvium? It's a Comey. So they added that. I thought that was really cool. I did do a video on that, or at least I put it in the video, so I thought that was nice. And we got somebody saying, why DC canceled Flash and Batgirl, and said, love your videos, keep them coming. Will watch soon. Thank you. I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was just for the tax write-off, or not even tax write-off, just writing that off as a loss, against their gains. I don't know who needs to go and be. I think James Gunn should do it. Even though I love him at Marvel, I think James Gunn should go and do all of the DCEU. Put him in charge. He's hysterical. He's so and with so his brother Sean Gunn was Kirk in Gilmore Girls, and then he's what's his name in the Guardians. He's the Ravagers, and apparently Gamora is like Queen of the Ravagers now. The younger Gamora, 2014 Gamora. She's like Queen of the Ravagers, so I'm really curious to see how Peter Quill does with that. Dude, if Rocket dies in this movie, we riot. We just... I love Rocket so much. I'm going to be super salty if he dies in this movie. Derek Moore says, I bought a Recur pass just to miss both drops and get restricted. No! No, that's the worst. Oh, I'm so sorry, Derek Morris. You remind me of Zach Morris. Hopefully Hello Kitty doesn't go like this, dude. I hope you get Hello Kitty. Doesn't says Elon Musk's birthday is 69 days after 420. I'll comment nice down below for the 69. Okay, it says apparently taxes and a new vision. Okay, all right, yeah. I mean, are they still doing the Flash movie? I don't know if they are. Oh no, they canceled. Oh, they canceled the TV show The Flash, and the Batgirl movie. Okay, all right. Or did they mean The Flash and that movie? I don't know if the TV show had ended. So we have Simu Liu, who plays. Who does he play? He plays. Oh God, We just Shang-Chi, the best martial artist in the in Marvel, I think. Shang-Chi or maybe Iron Fist. Daredevil's really good too, but he's like top 5 martial artist, and he says like that he'll never be caught promoting a NFT scam. So we had Jumpstart Janie go and say, "Dear Simu, my North American Asian bro, let's please deliberate and discuss NFTs at Veve Official at Marvel's Disney Studios. Happy to host a Twitter space when. P.S. We aren't all crypto bros, by the way, at NFT Crypto Chicks." So shout out to her for going and reaching out. I really hope I really hope he goes and answers, because I again, Simu might just have it in his mind that NFTs are a scam or whatever. So I really like that, that you have like a woman, like a counterpart that's saying like, not a crypto bro, not like a moon boy, someone that is level headed and logical and has been on my stream. We talked for a long time, and then we talked for like another couple hours after the stream. Amazing mind, amazing person. I've been trying to get her as ambassador for utility. Hopefully she does the thing. Julie, do the thing. That was a Legend of Korra reference. Okay, this is right now. Flashpoint movie is still a go. Okay, all right. At least we have that kind of. I hope. Brought up some great points. Okay, where am I? We got Veve Monster commenting, stating, "I'm going to play the contrarian role, just like there is no one more incentivized to promote OMI than the team. There is no one other than the team who is more incentivized to grow the app. The team is strategic. We need to quit assuming they don't know what they're doing. We're in a bear market. Let them do the behind-the-scenes work we know they're up to, and let's fire on all cylinders for the next bull run. The community does not have symmetrical knowledge with the team. We need to chill. These guys deliver. Keep calm and stack." There's, well, fair point. I'm going to keep on stacking. Okay, I'm going to keep on stacking. I just think that if we can help the team and are in a position to do so, we should. I'm going to try. I'm going to keep trying, because I love Veve and OMI that much. Veve Monster's always got good feedback. Moving on here. How do you think Saturday's drop will do? I think the artwork might be above, but I don't trust the elephant thingy. I mean, there's not a ton of mints on them, so they might sell out. I think Cavell Anderson just did a video why this YouTube. I think he put sleeping in the title, saying like why this YouTuber isn't going for any more drops. I mean, it's been really hard for newer drops, because you have the buyer's exhaustion, you have everyone's vaults going down, their vault value is going down, 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 down. What song is that from? So it's really hard to go and buy something like, okay, if Mandalorian is not going, at $60, if 2 out of 3 of those Mandalorians are not going above retail, yeah, it might be hard for some of these to go above. The only reason why they probably will is because there's so few of these mints, so they probably will. How do they do? I don't know. They did just have a Twitter space about them, so we'll see. Angel says Boba Fett, those prices, yeah, Boba Fett is not doing so hot. I mean, nobody is right now, so kind of makes sense. I'm not really concerned at all. Down, 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 down. Where were we here? So somebody. So I mentioned that about SpongeBob in last video, and SpongeBob, I think. No, so apparently Viacom does have an agreement with Recur, but I don't think it's exclusive. I think that Adam Osface, don't forget to share the news. I don't think I know the news. Let me go and oh god. I don't think I know the news. Um, let me try to think of the. All right, let's go to my screenshots here and look at the news that I had said since my last video, or over the last. Okay, we got utility stuff. We got the golden auction stuff, Mark Zuckerberg stuff, the blockchain stuff, or the Blockworks stuff. Um, Vague super chats are the best. Oh, is he just messing with me? um, Comics and Crypto partnered with Quid to give out $30 in store credit to all our followers to use on their site for upcoming Satoshiverse heroes. I mean, I didn't even mention that. I didn't have time. Um, the news. When asking about whether you should buy it or not, Reverend Alex G said, I would suggest that people don't buy what they don't actually want to buy. Blah, 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 blah. So I did release or I guess an announcement for Feesh before that. That is some news, um, saying that he's updated the leaderboard, updated the tournament leaderboards to carve out abandoned matches. This caused some shifting for a few players, but most of the part kept everyone that was in the top 20 within the top 20. This did bump one player out of the top 20. I evaluated their player data along with a ton of others, and they played fair, but due to OA's shifting and people, they were bumped out. I will be paying an additional batch of OMI out to them as if they were in the top 20 from this to make it as fair as possible. Shout out to Brock for that. I reviewed players with high levels of OA and removed some of them from the pool to receive prizes. I also looked into malicious players and found some things that were borderline suspicious, but it did not net them any prizes, not even close. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt and keeping them in the running as there's a chance they only played matches at times where only certain players were on. All in all, it was a very successful tournament for the Feeshes and all that. The matches got better and better as they went on due to continued adjustments off feedback. I'll be sending out the top 20 or 21 prizes when I have time. I'll be doing the random match draws likely next week and making a bigger deal out of it. Daytime to be announced. Thanks for everyone who even tried one match. Rocket Blockchain is just being an absolute bro. But I guess in the last 10 minutes of the Taps interview, one Feesh sub 5K gets rooftop key. One Feesh equals their own customizable condo in Feesh City. What? Okay, so there's a... I need to get more Feesh. I need to go and... Okay, so I'm just going to break that down real quick. One Feesh, sub 5K. I think they, like 2,500 Feesh have been minted? Okay, so Brock Blockchain is building two metaverses. Something about Olive Garden, and then something about Olive Garden, and then something about maybe something to do with spatial, or the aquarium. It's called. That's like the metaverse. So when you have one Feesh sub 5K that gets a rooftop key, and one Feesh equals your own customizable condo in Feesh City, probably a part of either the aquarium or something with Olive Garden. I don't know, but either way, that again, this is what I mean. Where price is what you pay, and value is what you get. You are paying a certain price. What is it to, like, when gas prices are low? What is it, like $100 to mint two Feesh, maybe including gas? And then what do? You get, like I said, the mech suit. You get unlimited tanks, however many you want. You get a whole bunch of airdrops that you can sell. That every now and then Brock will go in and sweep the floors, buying all of the floors on OpenSea, and then re-gifting them back to the community. You have your chance for play to earn mechanics. There are play to earn mechanics there, and you can go and play a bunch of matches. You don't even have to win some of the matches, get some of that OMI. OMI gets burned. And then now he's saying that one Feesh equals their own customizable condo. So you're getting a freaking house in Feesh City. Be advised they are already at like 3K Feesh. And also be advised that if you mint 10 Feesh, you get a common alligator Loki. If you mint 20 Feesh, you get a ultra rare alligator Loki. And if you mint 100 Feesh, you get a secret rare alligator Loki. Absolutely insane. Yeah, there's Jesus. so the aquarium is in Spatial. Feast City is the second. Oh my god. Um, so you're getting so many. You're getting so much for just minting, and not only that, but every now and then, up until the goal of like I think $30,000 is reached. I think Brock's had several $1,000s raised for a person in need that he is raising money for. So every single fiche that you mint right now, not only do you get all of that, but it does go to a good place. So I can't believe that he's giving that much utility to these fiche, and I guess they're at 50% of the goal. Oh wow! So yeah, had a little over, yeah. So there's about 15K left from the raise. Um, this is insane. I think everything that he gives already, including the airdrops that he just buys and sweeps and re-gives it back to the community, I think is more than enough. But the fact that you're going to get your own customizable condo in Feast City, fudging Christ on a cracker. And then merch kind. So I would have a, what do you call it? Like you guys know, I did get that part in that particular. I don't know if it's going to be a movie or a show or a docudrama. The last show or work that this guy did that's working on this thing that I can't say what it is right now was called The Staircase. It's streaming on HBO Max right now. So what he does is he goes and he films things and he makes them great and then he just sells them to big companies. So this one I can't say what it is. It will take place in the next couple of weeks. My part in filming it. Do not wear suits and or dressed up clothing. Come as if you were going to a park or on a nightly walk. It'll be a night shoot. Can't wait for that. That'll be fun. I'm gonna put a bunch of bug spray on. Those are probably gonna be close to the woods or close to a forest or whatever. If I'm gonna try to wear a Veve shirt for that. If I wasn't, I would totally wear like a utility shirt. We don't have merch yet, or a Feesh shirt. And I will be in Darcy Donovan's movie next year. I don't know if they're gonna give me clothes, but I would totally do the same thing. Just fight it out between the three of them: Veve, utility, or Feesh. Anywho, where was I? Das Chaos says, does Simu even know about Veve? Not like he was at Comic-Con. He was at San Diego Comic-Con. I don't think he was walking the floor, though. Yeah. Angel sees Boba Fett, those prices. Yeah. Boba Fett do be going down, though. Palace Brendan Z says, down. Oh, I don't know where that's from. And again, thank you, Adam Wildface, for the super chat about sharing the news. I missed... I think that if the news is what he was talking about with Brockman Blockchain on Taps trades, I mentioned that before that I unfortunately didn't get to see it. I will probably be doing that after this, though. Omi Panda says, we all know play to earn is a no-brainer. I think that as more games get developed that burn Omi, the price of Omi might just surprise us all. Yeah. I mean, I already know where it's going. I think it just depends how quick we get there. But yeah. I'm also Faces fake super chats are the best. Double C says, where are your friends that worked at Disney? Haven't seen them lately. They're still around. Justin Apple Pie streams his turtles. And he streams for like 9 hours, just his turtles like playing. And then Steph, I have a couple of hero packs I need to sell her, and then I have some of her comics. We've just been busy. We just haven't seen each other in a while. But hopefully soon. We got Adam Walsh says $20 well spent for a quick recap for everything all at once. Glad I didn't miss anything. Yes, senor. Palace Brendan Z says, now I see why you are not just any Adam, but an awesome Adam. He is an awesome Adam. Alex says, what happens after every major IP character collectible comic has been released? What will the future drops look like? We'll never get there. I don't say we'll never get there. Just with Marvel, mother flapper. I don't know what that was. Just with Marvel, you have like 10. You have like 10 years worth of stuff. Just from Marvel, not including, other Disney characters and Disney stuff. It's just absolutely insane what they have. So yeah, they've got a lot going on. And the comics, they don't really have. They have a couple of Spider-Man runs, but they just have first appearance this and first appearance that. They don't have actual like comic book runs. They don't have like, the Civil War issues and then the tie-ins. They don't have the Secret War issues and the tie-ins. Now maybe they would save that for actual Secret Wars, but yeah, dude, Civil War is such a good comic book. Like I love Captain America: Civil War the movie. Got a lot of good quotes in there. Got a lot of feeling and heart. But that does not hold a candle to the Civil War comic books. The Civil War comic books are, I cannot speak highly enough of them. That is peak American comic book writing. That and Secret Wars. Oh my, like, so I love Civil War and I love all the tie-ins. I love everything that happens with it. One of the best comic book runs ever. And then you have Secret Wars, which Secret Wars is to Civil War as what Civil War is to Hitmonkey, which again, I love Hitmonkey, but most people do not like it. For whatever reason, people are stupid. I don't understand how you don't love Hitmonkey. It's so great. The storyline's so good. But it is, again, I can't speak highly enough of it. Everything goes wild. Everything goes insane. There's so many people on the pages. The feelings that's in there. Peak comic book writing. Ever. Crypto Casper says, let's go! Get this bread! Palace Brendan says, finals due tomorrow. Doing one as I listen. Well, Palace Brendan Z, thank you. I hope I don't quote Mewtwo or something. I don't know. I quoted Mewtwo in an English paper. When I got out of the military, I went to college for one semester. It was a community college. So it did not receive the highest quality education. Quoted Mewtwo, got a 90-something. Yeah. Derek Morris says, 1 each Feesh to 5 ETH, LOL. I don't, well, no, that probably won't happen. I mean, you could have some really cool Feesh and some cool stuff that might go, I mean, some of the drops might go really, really high. Like the airdrops, like there's a alien spaceship UFO. There was not a lot of those. There's not a lot of those at all. There's Veve logos. That's the first official one on the blockchain. Not a ton. There's less of those than there are the official Veve logo on Veve. But that's the first one that was on the blockchain. And there's only 69 of the ones that are tilted. So coming nice down below the 69. But Feesh themselves, I mean, be advised, there's like 3,000 Feesh that were minted. There won't be any more than 10,000 Feesh. I have talked to Brock McBlockchain about having a little hermit crab game where you just go and you have a little hermit crab, and then you have a little house, and you because they're in a shell, and then you have to go and find another shell. And what's really cool in nature is that all of these hermit crabs line up, and then as they're outgrowing one shell, they go into another, and that shell gets left. So they just, it's so good, it's so cool. Yeah. Ugh, where was I? We got Chombo Fett saying the snapshot will be taken on August 15th. Get it? Derek Moore says, wait till we do DC comics. There's literally no other better place for DC to do comics. That is a great point. There's no other better place. Alex says, sorry, I meant once all the quote-unquote grails drop. Do you see that being huge drops in the future? I don't know if you're ever going to oh my God. I don't know if you're ever really going to run out of grails either, because they space them out so much. Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, Star Wars. What other grails are there in Star Wars? I guess you could have Yoda. Definitely have, I mean, you could have Luke. I mean, yeah, all right. So there's a lot of other grails that you can really get for Star Wars, but Mace Windu. Oh God, yeah. But I mean, you have the DeLoreans, which are great. We don't have Doc or Marty. I mean, 80s stuff, but whatever Universal Pictures. I even made a tweet before where I don't know what's going on in my back, but I made a tweet before. See if I can find it. Like I said, it was in a collectible shop. Just saw a thing of Dracula. Check out those Wolverine comics in the back. But yeah, just Dracula. I was like, Universal, there is less than 3 months left until we have Halloween. Can we get some monsters, please? Like I want my monsters. I want my Halloween monsters. I don't know. Like, should we just like tweet at them? I think we should. Ooh. Okay. Open. Ooh. Okay, 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 okay. Um, okay, wait, blah, blah. Can I? Meow, 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 meow. Moving on here. On the quote, on the quote. Oh yeah. I don't know the. I mean, it would take a while to run out of grails, but let's say that takes 10 years. Because I mean, even in Pokemon, you got. Again, I don't know confirmation that we have it. I don't know if we have it. I mean, I feel like odds are they'd probably have said something by now, unless there's a contract to not do it, or for whatever. Maybe the licensors moving slow. I don't know. Um, but I would say you have a long time. Okay, ordering to copy that. Copy that. Just let me know. Me know right now. Okay. Lord of the Realm says, when we start getting anime on Veve, what do you think will be the first? I'm hoping Dragon Ball Z. I don't think you. I said the story the other day about. You can say it again. Oh, gosh, sorry. It just reminded me of this meme. Like I was like, I might as well say the story again, but it was a meme about Goofy where he just did something absolutely savage, and he's like, "Oh, you can do it again." Yuck. I don't know why I just thought of that. Probably because I said I'll say the story again. Um, Typically, you don't want to start off with your best because again, I'm referring to like one hit wonders, like let's say Fountains of Wayne, which I used as an example the other day. If they were to play Stacy's mom at the beginning of their concert, everyone would leave as soon as they did that. So they're gonna save it for the end. Now, if you're a band or a singer that's got a bunch of bangers, if you're like Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, like Simple Plan, you could start off with a banger to get everyone pumping, and then you go and you do the rest, and then you save another one. Like when Simple Plan in October 31st, Halloween of 2019, I go with my friend Elizabeth and my friend Lou, and we go and we just start jamming out. And what do they do? What is the first song that they play? I do anything. Oh, it's so good. I got so pumped. And what was in the middle of their set? Like, hey guys, middle of our set. Take a quick water break. Just wanted to thank you guys so much for coming out. No better place than Huntington, New York. And it was just so wild. The energy was electric. And what did they do that? And again, this is just like in the middle of their set. Like, hey, we don't do this that often, but we're gonna do it here. What's the Scooby Doo? We're coming after you. We're gonna solve that. I lost my heckin' mind. Anyway, I'm going too much down memory lane here. The first thing that they would probably do is something that people know, but maybe not Dragon Ball Z. Maybe like Dead Man Wonderland. Maybe like Full Blood Alchemist. Maybe Death Note. Something that people know, like the book from Death Note would be great, but maybe not Dragon Ball Z right off the bat. Dude, if they did that and they just had like Chi Chi and they had like characters that nobody really cared about, I'd be super salty. Um, but I think they would build up for it. They would build up to it, oh god, hiccups. I think they would go and they would do the kind of the C tier stuff. So then the B tier stuff, maybe like that Goblin King was savage. Um, Maybe they would. I mean, Naruto. There's so many good ones. Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, Naruto. That's kind of like the old school stuff that everybody loves. Even though DBZ, obviously, Dragon Ball Super coming out with new stuff. But like I said, My Hero Academia is one of the best things. Attack on Titan is so good. There's so much good quality anime out there right now that I don't know. Like it's hard for kids to choose. I'll do now movie I sir. Okay. We got who's oh god, I'm behind on comments again. You said you want DBZ. Lord of the Realm also says would love to stack a bunch of Gokus while in the bear market. That'd be great. Teen Gohan, Super Saiyan 2. Oh my god. That'd be so cool. The android. I love most of the characters. Piccolo, one of my favorites. Obviously, I fancy myself a Saiyan because I got that Royal Saiyan crest. I just for and why I think that is because they're a race that were bred to fight. Me being Peruvian, not really knowing where I came from. I mean, I know I'm from Peru, whatever, but like, what if I was a Saiyan and I was bred to fight, and that's why I got into boxing or whatever. I don't know. I just always thought that was really cool. But yeah, I would love to stack Piccolo, dude. I would Bardock, Father of Goku, King Vegeta. I would collect all the Saiyans. Have a monster Saiyan army. Broly's cool. Vegeta's got like that kid brother that like just couldn't fight. That was hysterical. Trunks, Goten, Future Trunks. Yo, Future Trunks is bae. Future Trunks is totally bae. I think Tap's trades could be a Future Trunks. Like cosplay, maybe. I don't. He's probably too tall. Lord of the Realm says, yeah, no way DBZ would be first, but I can dream. I'd love to dream as well. Derek Moore says, have you heard of Universal's Halloween Horror Nights? Love the event and seeing them drop their icons or even just posters of it on Veve would be awesome. That would be really cool. I would totally dig that. Lord of the Realms says, I'm thinking of something old school rather than current mainstream. Okay. All right. So yeah, Bleach. Code Geass isn't really old. But yeah, I would say JoJo. JoJo would be good. And then yeah, Naruto. Old school Naruto is pretty good as well. Even Pokemon. Anime. Pokemon. Yeah. Alex says, what are you hoping we're able to do / get with our collectibles? If you can give your favorite collectible any utility gamification, what would it be and why? Okay, so that's the first one first, saying, what are you hoping we're able to do with our collectibles? What am I hoping? I mean, I'm hoping that we have some type of interoperability. One, so we could put them in our Feesh mechs. I think that'd be really cool. But also, that what's that called? That frame that's available. Oh my god, my shoulder. That frame that's available that shows your NFT. If we could just put ours there, that would be great. I would totally. Jesus, man, working out has not really been working out for me. I would say that. I would say being able to go and put it in one of those frames so we could hang it in the house. That'd be cool. And then you said, if I can give my favorite collectible any utility, what would it be and why? Well, the partners isn't my favorite, but I would like to see partners get you something, to get you something. I don't know what it would be. Maybe like half off admission into the park. Because if you get half off admission, you still have to pay something, and then that gives it rentability. You'd be like, hey, half off admission, just rent this for $10. Like, I don't know what admission is, but you just rent it, and then just if let's say you save $100, rent it for $50 per day. That's it. Actually, you probably wouldn't be able to do that because once you get into it, what's to stop you from just doing like I'm going to rent this to you for 20 minutes until you get inside, I get it back, and then rent it again, and rent it again, and rent it again. Although, if Disney goes and they take a piece of each one, that could be good. And then at least gets them in the door. So maybe. I don't know. But I would see something with that. And why I choose partners, again, it's not my favorite, but why I would choose that is because obviously Disney's like the biggest partner we have. I would want that to be front and center. I want the world to know that Walt and Mickey are on the blockchain. Can only get them on Veve, and they chose us. Disney could have gone with anyone. They chose us. So, yeah, I would really want to flaunt that relationship. I'd really want to flaunt that out there. Show it off to everyone. Yeah. That's what I'd hope. I mean, as far as my favorite collectible, whether it's Nessie, like, I don't know. If there's somebody like my friend Siobhan, that lives in Scotland, where the Loch Ness supposedly is. If she were to have like a company, or there's a company over there that'd be like, hey, if you show us your Nessie, 10% off merch, or 30% off, a free Loch Ness tour. Or then the other thing would be Ice King. What I don't know if you have that, you get some Adventure Time merch, percent off. I don't know. Just because I like those. Holy Panda says, I'd like a Garfield and Cowardly Lion NFT, please and thank you. That would be cool. I would dig that. Lord of the Realm says, are you going to see the new DB Dragon Ball superhero movie that comes out in a few weeks? I don't know. I haven't really kept up with it in like a long time. I really should. I know there's some real, even like years ago with the Frieza, that tournament where Golden Frieza comes back. It's apparently super good. I just haven't had time. I will at some point, but yeah. But I probably won't see that movie though, just because I'm not caught up. Lord of the Realm says maybe Astro Boy, old school, well known. Yeah, that Astro Boy would be cool. Lord of the Realm says a big discount at all parks for holding partners would be awesome. It would. And Alex says agreed. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. Owen Panda says also Calvin and Hobbes NFT would be cool in virtual space. Yeah, dude, Garfield and Yodi would be awesome as well. Is Yodi or Odie? Garfield and Odie? I'm pretty sure it's Odie. I don't know why I'm thinking Yodi. Maybe I'm thinking Yoshi. Okay. Garfield and Odie? Yeah, it's Odie. O-D-I-E. He was always so cute. Yeah, look at that little guy right there. I don't know if anyone really remembers, but Garfield was everywhere back in the day. Like, he was everywhere. Garfield took over the planet for a while. Yeah. Other Realm says, I'm going to place my partner statue right in my front lawn for the whole Veveverse to see. Do it. Other Realm says, good night, Randy. Also, the movie is its own thing. Okay, maybe I could do that. Lord Realm says, not canon to the series. Okay, all right, I could do that too. Everybody, that could be it for me. Please comment, like, subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye, Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. My body hurts. Again. Oh, it still burns.